Good morning, everybody. Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people, December 19th, 2025. We have arrived at the middle point of Hanukkah, whether it's today or through the end of the week here, December 21st, December 22nd. Today is a very big day, the arrival of Comet Atlas closest to Earth. Will they release the Epstein files? Everything leading up to between now and the end of Hanukkah. So, I've been putting out information here since August, focusing strictly on Hanukkah, lead up to Christmas, and things are in order. Things are in line right now, unbelievably, incredibly. Okay. So, I've got a Hanukkah playlist that has, see how many videos?
Good afternoon, everybody. Steve Fletcher with the trumpet.
77 videos. Hey, guys. 77 videos. That's a pretty amazing number. Prophetic number 77. This is going to be my 78th video leading to the 7th and 8th days of Hanukkah. All right, I'm going to add one piece of information here, and this is going to be my 78th video. Maybe, hopefully, prophetically, my last video. We'll have to see if information keeps coming in. I'll be here sharing, doing what I can. But so check out my Hanukkah playlist if you haven't already. Here's the information I'm going to share with you today. And everybody has their own interpretation about where we are, and people want to believe that the tribulation hasn't started. You're free to believe whatever you want to believe. But it all comes down to Israel being the clock of God. And on Israel's 70th birthday, May 14th, 2018, which according to the Bible, 70 weeks are determined. So we came to the 70th anniversary of Israel, and on the very next day they began planning the COVID pandemic. CLADEX pandemic exercise took place on May 15, 2018. People want to ignore. Satan knows what's going on. He knows where we are. He knows what the timeline is. He knows when he's able to start these things. It's no joke that the very next day of their 70th birthday, they begin planning COVID with a global pandemic exercise. And then if you go from there to the beginning of the pandemic, which began, the day everything changed. So even they knew that something was shifting. There was a shift. Hey guys, we're in tribulation. The day everything changed. March 11th, 2020, 666 days from the CLADEX pandemic exercise to the beginning of the pandemic on March 11th, 2020. Now we're watching day 7 of Hanukkah and day 8 because December 21st is 77 years, 7 months, and 7 days to the 7th day of Hanukkah. So December 21st is a very important day, 77777. And so how does this all come together? Well, we have the 70th birthday of Israel. So here we have the beginning of the timeline, which is the end of Israel's timeline and the beginning of the end times at the 70th birthday of Israel. Then we have a pandemic exercise in 666 days, and that brought us to March 11th, 2020. And if we go from March 11th, 2020, to December 21st, 2025, it's 2,112 days. Now within the day count, you have December 21st. Okay? You have December 21st. It's right here within the day count from the beginning of the pandemic to December 21st, 2112. And 2112 in the Strong's Greek Concordance is immediately. Immediately. This is used where? Matthew 24:29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days. Okay? So we have a tribulation. They began planning it exactly on Israel's 70th birthday. They began it at the beginning of the pandemic, and then from there, the lockdowns. Then from there, the changes in the laws. No flying unless you have what? A mask. What? A jab. What? A swab. Total control. No buying, no selling. Sure, there were exceptions, but the majority of the world were under these lockdowns, and that is what the Bible says, that you will not be able to buy or sell without that mark that they are putting globally, mandatorily, across the globe, which we warned everybody from the very beginning. Once it went global and once it went mandatory, don't take it. Immediately after the tribulation of those days, the sun shall be darkened. The moon shall not give her light. Okay? Now, there's no moonlight from yesterday, December 18th, December 19th, December 20, December 21. There's no moonlight. And as far as the sun being darkened, it's the longest night of the year and the shortest day of the year. And so there's least sunlight now than there is in the rest of the year. Right now, here at the winter solstice. And the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken, and the arrival of Comet Atlas closest to Earth today, and what is going to be happening today and over the next few days, immediately after the tribulation. And so if this takes us to December 21st, then we have the timeline from the 70th birthday of Israel to the 77th, 7-month, 7 days, bringing us to the 7th day of Hanukkah, and this window of time, the winter solstice. Let your flight not be in winter or on the Sabbath. It's right there. So here we have immediately. I don't know about you, but this is more than coincidence. 2112, December 21st. 2112, immediately. 2112, exactly bringing us to the big day of the 77777 of Israel. I don't think this is a coincidence. So I'm just putting out the warning and letting everybody know. I want to thank my brother Matthew for sharing this information with me about immediately and helping us see, because there's just so many things to see right now, and I can't do it alone, and we can't do it alone. We need help from our brethren, and so thank you, brother, for sharing this powerful piece of information. I pray you guys are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.